to the Mike Less Farmhand Mike YouTube channel. A farming and outdoor channel I started in February of 2012 with over 1,800 videos now available on my channel, and thanks to you, my channel has now grown to over 200,000 subscribers, has over 113 million total views, and over 13 million hours of watch time. I am filming and uploading new content all the time, so tag along for the ride. In this video, I am up in northern Indiana with Zimmerman Family Harvesting as they are chopping wheat straw for a local dairy. Now, when I was out here back in July, I could not post or publish any photos or videos of this machine. This is the all-new Claas Jaguar 1200 self-propelled forage harvester, a brand new unit that was not public knowledge at this time, but if you've been following my social media, you know I was invited out to California by Claas to see this machine make its debut into the North American market. Since then, I have been able to video quite a few of these Model 1200s, including this one in corn silage, high moisture ear corn, and a couple others. Those videos will be coming to my YouTube channel over the winter here, but let's watch these guys chop some wheat straw. I have done some videos with these guys in their Claas Jaguar 990 chopping wheat straw a year ago. This wheat here was ran through the combine for grain. The straw has been laid out. They're merging it into windrows for the forage harvester here. They're hauling it back to the dairy farm where they're putting it into a bag. Now, this straw will be used in certain rations for different cattle groups and so forth like that on the dairy farm. And of course, also in this video, you're going to see a whole bunch of JCB tractors pulling these silage wagons as they haul this chopped straw from the field back to the farm. With wheat straw being so dry, this job does have its dangers, like the field catching on fire, as you see right here. So they always have a water tank on hand. Now, the fire you see here could be caused by a spark by one of the chopper knives, but when I was out here, they actually had two fires pop up, and it was straw from the merger. Don't know if that straw pinched under a belt, a certain area, or what, but anyways, we have a little bonus footage coming up here. In the recent introduction, Claas offered 4 brand new models of self-propelled forage harvesters with 20% wider throughput and crop flow. Those models are starting out with the Model 1080, the 1090, the 1100, and the 1200 that you see here. The horsepower ranges on these 4 new models start at 850 and all the way up to 1110 horsepower on the 1200. These 4 new models are powered with a V12 MAN or MAN diesel engine that is 24 liters in size. And for more information and specs on these new machines, you can visit Claas's website. Now let's watch these guys chop some straw, and I do have a little combine footage at the very end of this video. And of course, stay tuned. I will have some more chopping videos of this machine right here in Zimmerman Family Harvest chopping corn silage, and also another video where they have a 12-row Drago corn head on here chopping earlage. And here's some of the bonus footage I talked about. So I was lucky enough to have my drone up in the air when this happened. As you can see, this fire can get away pretty quick. That's why they have the truck and the water tank here. Everybody rushes to the fire, jumps out with their extinguishers in the water tank, and they'll have this put out pretty quick. And as I mentioned earlier, there is a risk of fire when chopping straw greater than other crops just because the wheat straw is a dry, brittle material. If you get a rock up into the forage harvester and one of those rocks hits a knife, creates a spark, so they just have to be ready for this kind of stuff here. But again, this was not caused by the forage harvester. This was actually straw getting pinched in the merger or something like that. And of course, they also have to use extreme caution when they are sharpening knives on the forage harvester. Everything is cleaned off good because there's a lot of sparks flying then. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this extra bonus footage.
water trailers around. I have to get some of them for spare at the good one.
that manure lagoon looks familiar in the background. Also, while I was out here, I did a video of these guys tanking manure or slurry out of those lagoons and hauling it on the field. If you've not seen that video, I'll put the link to it at the end of this one. And then in the evening when I got out to the last field here, they were running a New Holland CR8090 combine with this MacDon New Holland draper head on it. And running beside that combine was a Case International 340 Magnum tractor pulling a Demco 850 cart. Now, it was a little late in the season for wheat, but with all the rain and stuff, they got behind, and we're just finishing up combining it towards the end of July here. But there was some weed pressure, as you can see. They were combining and chopping straw in the same field, so I'll go back and forth between the machinery. And just when I thought I was going to get the perfect shot, the chopper is waiting on a wagon. And it looks like the Combine Tractor and Grain Cart has finished Wheat Harvest 2025. And that is going to wrap up this video. If you would, go down there, click on that like button. Feel free to leave a comment. If you're new to my channel, I would appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button and check back often. I am always filming, editing, and uploading new content. You can also follow me along on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Farmhand Mike. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.